If someone asked you, what does Ian Dare stand for, what would you tell them? Not what they might think about you or perceive of you, but what would you tell them?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to mind would be on a professional level,
Sure.
and I think anybody that knows me or has known me a long time knows that I'm a lover of the operatic voice, and to me, it's always the first ingredient in the recipe. And I love good singing, and I love amazing voices, and voices that are unique and that make your hair stand on end. And in some ways, I'm much more attracted to the voice than the person. And that's always been the case with me, and I think it always will be.
What is it about opera that seems to cause an emotional response in a lot of people, the listener? What is it that I'm sure you've thought about it, I'm sure people have talked about it over drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems to be one of the not few, but one of the forms of music that seems to really move across humanity. I just wondered what your thoughts were on that, if you have any.
Well, I think it's the marriage of music and drama. And when you are witnessing that, and especially, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the language that is most familiar to you. I know a lot of people that have incredible experiences watching an opera for the first time in a foreign language. And there's a commitment to the text from the singers that will come out in drama. And it's that marriage. And in the hands of a good composer, you have a theatricality that is just always enhanced by the music. And I think that it resonates whether the plot is familiar or not sometimes.
I think it's a good time to ask this question. I can't bet money on it because I don't have a lot of history of the opera. What is your favorite opera? Because I know a lot of people that love opera will probably watch this.
It's like asking if favorite child.
Do you have a favorite couple of them? How's that, for fairness?
I every time I come back to one of the standard masterpieces, I still am pretty much in awe of how well done they are, and that's that marriage of music and theater. I mean, for sure, La Bohème, Verdi's Falstaff, or Othello are things that I never cease to find amazing revelations in them.
Yeah.
Sure. For me, there are also operas that have a lot of sentimental value. Strauss's operas are particularly sentimental to me. I had some wonderful experiences on his opera Electra early on, and I worked for a number of years in Santa Fe, where it was called a Strauss house, because the general director, John Crosby, was a great aficionado and conductor of his operas, and so there was always a Strauss opera going on there. So I felt lucky about that.
That's great.